As we process information from moment to moment, sometimes our brains take mental shortcuts. For example, we may predict the length of a commute based on what traffic was like the day before, or we might assume what someone is thinking based on how they respond to us during a conversation. Sometimes our mind takes shortcuts that are rooted in feelings of shame and judgment. We call these shortcuts cognitive distortions. Many survivors of child sexual abuse experience these mental shortcuts. For instance, let's say a survivor gets a headache while they're trying to do the laundry. Instead of viewing this new challenge with compassion and considering what they might need in that moment, the survivor instead thinks, wow, I am so incapable of coping with life that even the smallest chore gives me a headache. I shouldn't even try anymore. Oftentimes, cognitive distortions reinforce the shame a survivor is already feeling. These thoughts can contribute to other symptoms a survivor experiences, such as depression, anxiety, and sleep disruptions. And they can make it especially difficult for a survivor to find healing and support. There are many types of cognitive distortions. For instance, some survivors might think in extremes such as, I am a terrible person, or no one will ever love me. Others might filter out the positive. An example of this would be, I didn't have any setbacks today, but that was probably just a fluke. Other survivors might jump to conclusions with thoughts like, everyone sees me as damaged, or my friend didn't support me that one time, which means she will never support me again. Cognitive distortions generally involve seeing things in black and white, assigning blame to ourselves, and making assumptions about the future based on an event in the past. The good news is that once you are more aware of the cognitive distortions you are experiencing, the easier it will be to challenge those thoughts. For instance, if you have thought, I'll never be able to trust someone, you can ask yourself questions like, am I sure this is true? What is the evidence behind this thought? And if someone I cared about had this thought, what would I tell them? As you start to identify and challenge these mental shortcuts, it will become easier to catch yourself when you have them in the future. It will also feel more natural to view yourself through a lens of self-compassion rather than through a lens of shame. To learn more about cognitive distortions and how to challenge them, we invite you to explore the rest of this resource.